Hello everyone. How are we all doing today? Hopefully we're doing good. So today we are going to play the MUA update, which is, I think it's 3.2, if I'm correct. There's too many updates recently and too many numbers. I'm getting all my numbers mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it's 3.2 for MUA. I'm excited. I'm kind of excited to see where the plot's gonna be going, just because of where we left off last time with the main story with Amith, and then also with Luke as well. We learned some more stuff about Fract, so I'm interested to see where the plot is going for this update. Though in terms of character focus, I'm not really interested in terms of the new character as much, but we'll see how it goes. The game just randomly jumped me there. Yes, okay, great. Game will just jump me there. Perfect. Nobu is broke, but now Nobu has a Nintendo Switch 2. Nobu, are we just spending our money on a Switch 2 and then now we're broke? We need money! You need money to live and to sustain yourself. Could we have lived without that Switch 2? Probably. So maybe, but new games, you're right, there are new games, but still you could have survived without them and waited for it, unless you're like one of those like people that like were saying that they're broke and they want to switch to on not Twitch, on Twitter, and then some random anonymous people basically like either like transferred the money or basically like gave them a Switch 2. And like people were like posting about it, and they actually like did get a Switch 2, and I'm like, who are these people? Man, either I'm just bad with randos online, or I just don't trust people because I just don't trust people online, but damn. What is this? If I didn't buy game, I would have been flushed down the gacha toilet. Well, I mean, would you have? I mean, it's not like the first time we be, you know, grinding at the gacha games. Not even grinding, but being at the gacha games. Like, how many games did you get, and what game did you get? That's I think a better question to ask. Cause like for me, like I've been playing like other JRPG games with my friends. I'm currently like playing FE4, not FE4, sorry, my friend's playing FE4 for me. I'm playing Sacred Stone, sorry. You know what FE4 is? It's Fire Emblem 4, which is genealogy. Someone's playing that for me to watch, and then I'm playing Sacred Stones for someone else to watch, which, funny enough, for people who do know Fire Emblem games and kind of like that kind of topic and stuff, my like first like introductory, I think it's really bad, to Fire Emblem was through the gacha game on mobile. And then after that, I played. Why does my brain not remember what it's called? Shadows of Valentia. Sorry, for a minute. I was like, it's along the lines of this naming. How do I not remember what's called? Shadows of Valentia on 3DS, which was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. But then like I hadn't played like any other like Fire Emblem game after that, because then you had like all the other newer Fire Emblem games. What was the next newest one that was coming out at the time that I started playing? Shadows of Valentia, I'm trying to think. Oh, it was Birthrights. That was the one. I forgot what was the other one. There's like two like counterpart ones, but I only remember one of them. So Birthrights was coming out, and then all the other ones after that came out, which I wasn't really interested in. And when I was playing the mobile game, I knew some of the characters because I had watched other people play the newer Fire Emblem games, and also I knew some of them from Genealogy because my friend was talking about it. But I never put together all of the characters for Sacred Stone were all in the same game. I thought all these characters were all in different games. Like they were in different games, and I was just like, oh, I like these characters, other than like the main character for Sacred Stone. Other than those two, I was like, oh, all these other characters are like in other Fire Emblem games and stuff like that. And then when I start playing Sacred Stone, I'm like, oh, never mind. All these people were in the exact same game together. So I was just like, oh, okay, now I know. But yeah, so I'm kind of going through that right now. For Switch 2, Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection and a Final Fantasy 7 Integrate. Oh, nice. Which is allegedly the full Final Fantasy 7 game that was released for PlayStation 5, but for Switch 2. I see. Oh, speaking of Final Fantasy, I have not played like some of the like older like Final Fantasy games, like for example like Final Fantasy from like 1 till like 4, 5-ish, because I'm trying to think if I played 6. My brain. Yes, I have played 6. So I haven't played Final Fantasy from like 1 to 5, because my brain's like, did I play 5? And I was like, no, I haven't played 5. From 1 to 5. In terms of like Japanese like release, because I know when they released it for America and they changed some of the order and what they called 1 through 5 and some of that stuff. Mostly 1 through 3. Those are usually the ones that people get confused about because of the changing of the names and orders. But I hadn't played a lot of the earlier Final Fantasy games, and I know that like my cousins have played them before, and I hadn't had a chance to. So I was like, oh, I should play this for fun at some point. So I'm gonna play like some of the older Final Fantasy games, just because I'm like, I've like played from like 6 and onwards, and I'm just like, oh, like these are the ones I've played, but I haven't really played some of the older ones, which I'm gonna probably play on my own time, which is kind of nice because then I get to go on my own pace and have fun with them and stuff like that. But they're a lot shorter, so that's also nice. So then I don't have to sit there for like hours like a typical normal Final Fantasy game. I actually get to like, you know, maybe possibly take more time or like have other stuff. Anyways, back to Bua for a moment. We're talking about before for Luca, big head honcho of Fract. I keep wanting to call him like Archbishop, but that's not his actual name, but I just want to call him that. I'm gonna call him Death because he looks like Death. I should just call him that because I never remember his actual name. I should call him that just because he actually looks like that, and people probably will know who I'm talking about if I'm talking about it. But what they're talking about right now, talking about the new Solera celebration, and then there's going to be a Fract member kind of lurking around in the crowd, which I watched. Was it the trailer for the new character? I forgot her name. I'm pretty sure she'll show up, but the orange hair girl. And there was this other character that showed up. I don't know if we saw this in the trailer or not for the actual update. But there was this girl with, I believe it was pink hair, and people were saying online that she might be maybe the outlier for Fract. So we'll have to see. If I see them or see her, I'll point them out. Also, lots of pink hair characters getting released either as NPCs, playable characters, or something else. I'm just like, there's the pink hair gang is rising. Lots of people being added in this group. I'm also waiting on Pragmata to release as well because Robot AI Child Companion in a space survival situation. Oh yes, I did see the trailers and like and the demo for Pragmata. The child, so cute. I'm like, I also love the duo between the dude and the girl. It's so cute. I also think it's like an interesting like play style where you have the guy where you're doing your typical like survival shooting, you know, aliens and all that shit, and then you have the kid, which then I think it's to like, I didn't play the demo, but from what I generally got from it, it's like write down their shields and stuff like that and do the little kind of puzzle type thing. I thought it was really interesting and really kind of cool for the mechanics and stuff like that. It's kind of nice. But yeah, I think it's really cute. I just hope nothing. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything, but people have said things about the game and about possibly the storyline, about these characters, and I hope that everything goes good. So I knock on wood for Pragmata that things will go well. Because clearly, whenever you insert a kid, anything goes well. I mean, when we met in Death, as you call him, we were originally introduced to him as Charon, who was the boatman of the River Styx. Charon takes payment from dead souls to safely guide them into the afterlife. So I feel like me literally calling him Death is not like a stretch, since he was introduced like that, as you said, Nobu, because that's why I was like, I should call him that, because that's literally how he was introduced before he's like, by the way, I'm not this guy, I'm like one of the big guys at Fract, and I'm just like, really? Do we need this shit? I've already got like other people to deal with. I don't need this. Like, actually, I don't need that. So I might just call him that just for like convenience's sakes, because I don't remember his name, because it hasn't stuck with me quite yet. Because like, he literally, during that update with Galbrina, he revealed himself as who he was. And we didn't really have much conversation. Like, him and Galbrina didn't have too much conversation there. Kind of like in between the fight, and then the only time we had more conversation here was like in Luke's, but even then I'm like, that's not a whole lot. So his name hasn't quite stuck in my head yet compared to everyone else. So, and everyone else's name is relatively like somewhat easier to remember for me. Ron has also said like your undead man from Reverse 1999, just different spelling. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're thematically wise, you know, the same kind of general shtick. Yeah, chapter 3 was that. I was like, that's a 5 and a 6. That's a Zach 6, man. The brain's like, what? Duh. I feel like since we've seen this guy in Luke's segment of the story now for Lahairoi, I feel like he might show up. Well, I don't think he will show up, because he's like pieced it out during that literal extras section we kind of got with Luke, so I don't think he'll come back, because we kind of like said, haha, we know what's going on here. I don't think he'll come back, so maybe that's why there's this supposed imposter here. So I shrug my shoulders. Watch it, I like literally turn around, and Chris just like, here, I wrote a person to exist in life, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
ええ、わかった。そっちは任せたわよ、リュウク先生。
What? You're telling me?
漂白者さんが来たわ。
And you're not gonna...
詳しいことは彼女に説明しておくから。
What the frick?
ルシア学園長、我たちを呼んでどうしたんだ？変な謎。遠くから来た人が真理に触れるとか言ってたし。
Oh yeah, and also we've had her also been, you know, kind of a bit more relevant in the last couple updates. I mean, we have last update, she was a little bit more relevant with the story with Ameth. And then we had her more involved with Luke, and then so we have her here. So, I mean, I think she's supposed to like come after the current girl that's releasing this update. So, we'll see.
わからないのかしら？答えは言葉通りよ。
I did initially like her when they introduced all the characters for the Hyrule, but like at this point in the story, I don't like her as much. Also, I feel like she had a bigger hat on. I don't know why. Yeah, she did have a bigger hat because I was just like, she has like a beak hat that reminds me of like Lady Demetress from Resident Evil. I was like, beak hat. I love beak hats on people, especially like those types of hats. Unless I'm thinking about someone else, and she never had a big hat to begin with then. Oops, mommy.
真理ならずっとここで待っているわ。いい枕がなければ人はいい睡眠が取れない。眠りに関してこれは絶対
He
の
disappeared,
真理。
leaving you a game to play. Find the spy. He'll probably show up to say congrats, finding spy, or laugh saying Yomi has failed challenge. Yeah, I guess so. Fair enough. As all
意外とわかりやすかったでしょ？
evil guys do. Riddles. I'm so bad
け
at
ど
riddles.
それがどうしたんだ？
No,
わざ
that's
わ
the
ざ
same
我た
cat.
ちを呼んだのは
See, I
謎
told
解
you
き
I
を
was
させ
just
るためだけじゃないんだろ
projecting. I was projecting hat fashion onto other people. I want them big
裏学園
hats.
について調べてほしいからよ。それが組織長の行動に関係していると私たちは踏んでいるわ。
But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pull I don't think I'll pull for her in the next update. Because like I said, even though like initially I was like, oh, she might be one of the females that I pull in this update, other than like I said, like Ameth, I'm kind of like iffy right now about her, and I'm like leaning towards like no.
簡単に言うと学園の
So
影ね。
if I don't pull for her, that means I'm
学
waiting
生
for
たちの
Luke.
感情によって構成さ
Because
れた
at this
集
point,
団
there's
性
no
の
one
友
else
だ
I want
よ。
to pull. It just looks smaller because we usually see her up close while seated. Okay. Because I was
学
like
園
in
と
her
は一つの
like
存
in
在で
her
あり消すことはできない。
in her
まるで
official
鏡の
artwork,
よう
I
に
swear it
学
looks
生
so
たち
much
の思いを反
bigger.
映して
But also
投
like
影
I
す
feel
る。
like in the official artwork,
名前は
like the
青
angles that
春
they
とでも
put the
呼びましょう
characters
か。
in their splash art,
青春と
but
いうのは
also
実に
in
面白い言葉ね。
the
そこには
in the
理
initial
想
drip
や情熱、
outfit,
焦
like
り、
drip
そ
marketing.
して
I
悲
feel
しみ
like
が
we were
含まれて
closer
い
up
る。
and also at a downwards angle, so it kind of looked bigger.
それ
I
ら
was
の
gonna
感
say
情は裏学園
angles
に吸
very
収
much
されてい
help
る
to
のよ。
make things look
だ
bigger.
からみんなの本当の思いをよく反映している。ただし、それだけじゃないわ。学園の裏側が渦だとしたら、焦りや悲しみといった感情はその渦の中心。お互いを押し合い、膨らみ、やがて学生の考えに影響を及ぼし、次第に学園。そう。一時期学園はこの問題に悩まされていたわ。学園にいる子たちは誰もが自分の故郷では天才とされていた。でも世の中に天才はめったにいない。理想のために全てをかけて努力した結果、凡人であることに気づ
I
く人も
mean,
少なく
that's
ないわ。
like
そ
literally
の時
when
にな
you
って
go
自分
from
の得意
like
分野に戻ろう
middle
として
school
も
to like
居
high
場所なんて
school.
なくなってい
That's
る
like
のが
that
世の
big
常。
transition jump.
裏学園は本当の言
Or
葉
even
を
like
あ
from
りの
high
ま
school
ま
to
に
like
子供たちに見せ
university.
る。それは
feel like, yeah, like middle school to high school, it's like a little bit of that, but then like high school to university, it's like definitely that, especially like the more popular fields or like the fields that need like really high GPAs or grades, like those are like that is what people feel. Also, she has her test mark on her leg there on the side at the bottom, kind of near her ankle.
これが謎解きゲームの始まりよ。ただ、今は状況
I
が
also
変わっ
think
て
it's
しまっ
very
た。
funny how when she's looking out the window because I have my game on a
学生の
lower
心理状態が芳
graphic
しくないらしい
quality.
わ。
It's just like you're
ま
looking
るで
through
何
like
かの
a
影響を受けて
blurry
いるかのような。
window and you just see nothing.
さら
I'm
に、
like, this is
今
just
の裏学
funny.
園には学園外の周波数が存在している。けれど、位置
Obviously,
の
it's
特定
the
も解析もできて
outside
いない。
blurriness.
もっと情報が必要なの。ただ、組織長のスパイを見つけ出すことで私は精一杯。控えの祝典が控えている上に、学生の心理状態は不安定。楽観的な状況とは言えないわね。組織長は学園の秩序を乱そうと企んでいる。奴の本当の狙いは、おそらくこの混乱の中に潜んでいるはず。どうやら裏学園の調査をする必要がありそうだね。その枕が裏学園に入るための鍵なの？うん。
I like how literally it's just like hello.
その通りよ。準備ができたら出発してちょうだい。
I can't believe literally they're like,
私
oh,
は
by the
外
way,
で
the
待っているわ。
pillow is
い
the
つでも連絡して。
key. And I'm like, what the heck? I just want to take a nap, man. Let me have nap time. I was gonna say this has nothing to do with Wuwa, but now that I think about it more, for Star Rail, for the Elation, for Trailblazer, I'm just like, man, I love how, like this, I don't know what it is to be honest, it's like a glow stick slash like lightsaber because it can extend long for some of the attacks and sometimes it can shrink shorter in length. Because like one of the animations is like you use it as drums. So I'm like, those are drumsticks. And they're shorter. One of them you use as nunchucks and they're like longer. And I'm just like, man, this thing can just extend and contract whenever it wants to. Also, my friend funnily pointed it out. My friend's just like, oh, this kind, like, Elation Trailblazer kind of has, like, every single, like, weapon that, like the Ninja Turtles have. And I was just like, yeah, kind of. But, like, very vaguely. I just kind of, like, laughed because I just kind of, like, was like, yeah, that is kind of funny. Not, like, exactly one-to-one, but, like, I was just like, ha. We just have four different types of weapons to use. I was just like, it's just funny. Beat Saber plus nunchucks plus whatever you call two light sabers after coming into a double sided polearm. Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny. I just think this one tool that we have is being like four different things at four different times, and I think it's just funny. So I think it's kind of cool, and I also think it's kind of funny that this one thing is being multiple things, because usually most of the weapons for Trailblazer, it's like a one thing and one usage only for it. So I think it's kind of funny how we're getting multiple things from it. So I think it's kind of interesting. Also, I heard that we might get loadouts in Star Rail, but like in 4.2. So that'll be interesting.
いっそ諦めた方がいいって。でも
漂白者さんに話しかけているわけじゃないわ。
Of course she's not.
どうせ私がいなくたってチームはやっていけるし。
No, don't do it.
その学生はもう学園にいない。
Of course, I
覚えているわ。彼女が立てた仮説はどれも面白かった。ただ進むべき方向を間違えたのね。彼女にしてみれば
This is what happens when you go to a really pristine school.
こうして苦痛は裏学園の中に
They'll
残
let
っ
it
てい
get
る。
to you.
疲れた。ダメだ。どうすればいいのかわからない。
I really have been struggling with who to put with Amos in a team because I literally don't own anyone that I can put with Amos. Like, I don't have any of the new Lahairo characters that go good with her. I don't have all the older characters that also go well with her. So I'm just like, I don't know who to put with you that is decently okay. Like, I really actually don't know. Because, like, people are, like, telling me, oh, you don't have Lahairo characters, just, like, with Lupa or something, or, like, some other characters. And I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't have her for, like, who was it? For, I think it was Creon? No, it was Galbrino with Creon. I think it was Rayot, it might be. It was another, it was probably one of them. But point is, I'm like, I don't have her. And you're like, how do you not have her? And I'm just like, yeah, just... I don't play these people. Also, I didn't pull them because I didn't like them. Not that I didn't like them. It's just I didn't want to play them. So now I am in struggle hell trying to figure out what I'm going to do. The best, like, thing that I could think about is literally being like, oh, I just literally put her in the Brand team and either take out Brand or Matrix Guy and just say, I'm done for the day and just deal with it. Because I have no idea who else to put Amith with, I'm gonna be honest. I'm, like, she's not fully built yet and I'm still working on her because I was still finishing Carthagia, but nonetheless, I don't know who to put her with.
ルシラー学園長。
But yeah, so I'm just struggling. I love it when I'm left in an unknown space with no one left.
気をつけろ。ここおかしいものが潜んでるぞ。変な匂いがする。
Hey Abby, at least you're here with
あっ
me.
ちだ。
見に行ってみよう。一匹のウサギ。
Oh, rabbit! No! It was in the trailer! We saw lots of rabbits in the trailer. Alright, time for me to hit the plot running.
周波数の匂いが変わったぞ。気をつけろ、漂白者。
I'm just kind of reading it, sorry. Just summary. Hello, Solar. Can't stay in chat that long, but I heard you don't know who to put with Amith. Also, hi, Mina. Hello. Hello, Solar. Yes, that is true. I don't know who to put Amith with because I don't have the who do you have for options? So I don't have any of the meta teams. I can 100% tell you. So I don't have any of the Lahairo characters that most people are putting her with. I don't have people like Lupa, for example, as a replacement. Who else did we say? Her primary team is Mornay and yes, that is. Yeah, I don't have either of them. At this point, I'm kind of like, I don't have the new characters. I don't have any of the older characters that are good with her as substitutes. I'm just sitting here like, gosh darn it, I pray to the universe and just say, I don't know. Do you have Shorekeeper? Yes, I do have Shorekeeper. Because, like, people keep asking me, they're like, how do you not have some of the older substitute characters that are good for her? And I'm like, because I decided they're not my playstyle, but I do like these characters, so back off, please. Just because I like them in the story doesn't mean their playstyle is my shtick. Okay? And I know sometimes people pull certain characters to, you know, have them for other teams. But, like, I don't do that. Especially not in this game, surprisingly. I do that a bit in Star Rail and Triple Z, but I mostly just play whoever I want. So sometimes I'm just left with, like, I'll have to figure this out. Just use Shorekeeper, Ameth, and you. But, like, what element for me? Do you have Changmi? I can never say her name right. No, I don't. Do you see my problem, Solaire? Do you see my problem? I have none of these women. Not to say that I don't pull for women, but I pull for only very specific women I like. Every other women that I'm not interested in, and I like, but I don't want to play them. This is how my life is. This is my life, and I sedge. Yinling? Is Yinling the puppet girl, question mark? I don't remember 100%. It's been a long time. Also, I don't remember some of these characters off the top of my head. Yeah, she is. No, I also don't have her. I'm so sorry, Solaire. Wait, I'll just show you all the characters I do own. This is easier. You're here. Oh, right. I'm in story. Never mind. Forget it. Forget it. The game says I'm in story. I'm sorry. Sorry. Doesn't matter which. I just want you with your child and the potential adoptive mom. True, true, true. Instead of us suggesting, you could show us who you do have. That is true, Solaire. Can I do this while I'm in the middle of doing this? Nope, the game doesn't like. Okay. Because I can't remember all of the characters. The exit door. Blah 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 blah. Confirm. Okay, here. People. People. There we go. I have a list of people. Technically, oh my god, I'm sorry about pronunciation. I'm very bad at all these characters' names. Especially any names that are any like Chinese names, I'm very bad at. Even though said person here is Chinese, cannot read for the life of me. Chinese names, but also in general cannot read names. Jiane? Insert the correct pronunciation is another option, and she's standard banner, though she's not the great still. I'll pronounce like Jan. God, it sounds so English. I'm trying to compensate for the Chinese pronunciation, but it just sounds more English. Janshin. Okay, thank you, Solaire. They mean punchy as a woman. Oh! When I used to use her, and I've like put her away in the closet somewhere. As I put her in the closet. It's okay, I lost my 50-50 recently to her. For Luke. So, like, my life. For Chinese names, X is pronounced like sh, and Q is pronounced like ch. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. My life makes it makes it a lot easier. Will I remember this? Maybe. But I will try my best to remember that. Solar. We'll do my best. But these are all the characters I have, pretty much. Yeah, other than her and Tiger down here. Yeah, these are all the people I pretty much have. Ameth is like right down here. Also, Lene is indeed coming back second half of this patch. If you want to get her, you could do Shorekeeper Lene Ameth. It's not that I don't like playing her, it's just that like I don't know. I think it's like partially I don't want to play her, but also partially like it's okay. Because I played her in the trial and it was fine, but I'm like, I didn't really enjoy it as much. Will Nobu remember? Totally. Does Nobu place hope in Mirai remembering? Absolutely not. Hey, I'm... Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so... We could do that. Well, I mean, we could do what Nobu said, where we can put me, Ameth, Shorekeeper, we could do that. But we'll see. Lol, and now I gotta go. Alright, have a good rest or whatever it is you need to be doing. Solar, thank you for trying to help me in figuring out who to put with Ameth. I'll have a little gander and kind of try things out and kind of think about it. So we'll see. I might just put her with random people. It might not be the most optimal. She might not do as much damage, but like, I'll do my best. Considering I play Augusta and I don't even know the full like correct combo, so I'm already hindering her from doing optimal damage. It's gonna be the same thing with Ameth. Like, I will not, first of all, optimally push all her buttons, and also secondly, I will also hinder her by maybe not putting her in the most optimal team or her primary team. But it's not as bad as Augusta, at least. Augusta at least has like substitute team, which is not like that bad. So like, it could be worse, honestly. But I can lurk. We'll be back at an unknown time. All good. Jump back into the empty void. If you want, daughter can be main DPS shorekeeper, a buffer and healer, and you can be sub DPS healer. Arrow. Could do that. Oh, we did this part. Oh, we can skip through this. I don't want to accidentally press skip and then we actually skip it. But we can kind of go through this. These we're in the middle of. Wait, but then like does that make sense if I'm also doing healing and then also shorekeeper? I feel like if we just have shorekeeper and then I just do sub DPS, should be a lot better. Would that not? Question mark? I don't know. Oh, I gotta turn around. I mean, you kind of heal passively, so that is true. I guess I can't escape that. Why must I heal? Not that it's a bad thing, but, you know. Nope. Turn around. Alright, now we can go. Open this way. Hello? Oh, there's another person here.
信じてるわ。私の愛しい子よ。あなたなら
優秀なソルスウォーンになれるはずよ。
Hello. Oh, I see.
そんなに努力してどうするの？
Oh.
もうダメ、できない。
What do you mean?
伝えればいいんじゃない？
Why must I always be light? Or not to.
隙だらけね。これで終わりよ。
There we go. I did it. Yeah, why am I...
ここに
Why am I light when literally in the cutscenes I'm Arrow? Like, what is this shit? Oh, there she is.
このまま消えつって。
She's so fast, dang. Oh, I did play her demo. Her demo was kind of fun. It's kind of cute because you get the little guys in her ult and stuff. It's really cute. I really like it. Is that just a really anime Zelda? I mean, she does have the elf ears and everything. It's okay, Zillion, some of her attack animation, her ult, have these like little dudes in them. They're really cute, and I'm just like, the Zelda allegations may not be wrong.
どうしてあなたがここに？
私？もちろん謎解きのために来たよ。私に出された謎はここを指し示してるの。入ってから気づいたんだけど、本当にめちゃくちゃになっちゃったね。変なルーンが至るところにあるし。でもここのことは大体分かったよ。出口は
No what no.
後ろね。
またこのルーン。
I posted myself
ね、ついてきて。一緒に出よう。
MHS3 form. Unfortunately, there wasn't a mustache option. That's all I needed to go full no boot. Oh, we do get to use her. Or, well, no, we don't get to use her, but she's just there. Hmm? Door! Literally could not see door. Door! Door?
ルーンでできた絵だけど、あなたは違うの？
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
こっち。
Stop! Don't ping pong things around, I'm trying to run.
これだと思う。
Stop. In the name of the law. Hope we're back. I will look at your thing in just a minute, Nobu. Once people finish talking here so that I don't miss any interruptions. Again, I'm just looking at a foggy window. I totally can see what's through there.
残像？そんなものが現れるはずないわ。どうやら状況は思ったよりも複雑ね。それと裏学園で会った学生、影たちがシグリカって呼んでた。 その子は未来のヘリオディック6と呼ばれてい
What
る
did
わ
I
ね。
forget?
専攻はルーンの解読で成績優秀。学園の様々なイベントに熱心に参加しているわ。しかも助けを求めている人がいれば決まって手を差し伸べる。それもあってか彼女には友達が多い。
その一人がニボラね。この前彼女がニボラと一緒にいるところを見た。裏学園でもニボラの影が彼女について言及してた。
You
ニ
used
ボ
to
ラの
be
正
the
体を
window cleaner before
私たちは
waking
知ってるは
memories.
ず。
That window is proof
組
to
織長
failed
の言っていた人
job.
がシグリカさんだと言いたいわけね。
That is
裏
true.
学園に巻き込まれた被害者の可能性もある。いずれにせよ他の人と比べてニボラの影響を受けやすいのは事実。それと彼女が
I
受
kind
け
of
取った
forgot
謎が
about
気になる。
that. You're just like
ルーンででき
wiping
た絵の謎だっ
windows.
たみたい。
控えの祝典に登録された謎なら全て把握済みよ。そんな謎祝典には存在しない。
彼女に事情を聞くべきよ。
そうね。控えの祝典はロイ人にとってとても重要なイベントよ。会場で会えるでしょう。私も協力するわ、漂白者さん。いつでも連絡してちょうだい。
うん。
Alright, we gotta go through the door. Let me out. Okay, let me just jump. Jump. Let me out. Let me out, let me free. Let me free. Let me out.
漂白者ちゃん？こっちこっち。
Hello.
久しぶりだね、漂白者ちゃん。元気にしてた？挨拶はさておき。それにしても漂白者ちゃんは相変わらず元気いっぱいだね。最近みんな元気なくってさ、1ヶ月毎日連続で期末テストがあるのに復習できる時間は一晩しかないような感じ。漂白者ちゃんは遊びに来たの？シグリカちゃんなら知ってるよ。同級生だった時よく勉強を助けてくれてさ、おかげで無事にロイ人文化史のテストを通過したんだ。今は彼女の方が上の学年だけどね。あ、この間はボイドワームを倒した時のことについて聞いてきてさ、私も力になりたかったって言ってくれたんだ。チャンスがあれば大先輩の漂白者ちゃんにサインをもらいたいとも言ってたよ。
Okay, well, these
シ
two.
グリカちゃんを探してるなら、
I will go look
そう
at
だ、
what
ダー
you
ネちゃん
did,
のところに行こう。
Nobu.
ダーネちゃんは入場券の管理員でシグリカちゃんの友達なの。聞いてみよう。
Hey, let's go, Nobu. Very good. I approve. Looks very nice. I like. I like. Alright, they're done yapping. I gotta keep going. I like the green hair choice. Very good. Yeah, I gotta follow people. Gotta walk my tush. Oh my god, they have just statues of these guys. They're so cute. Look at them. I just love how she has I love how she has these little guys in her animation and in her alt. So cute. I think it's only in her own now that I think about it. Green is my favorite color. Hey, let's go! Oh. Well, you know how I mentioned there's a pink hair girl later that I said that people were guessing that she's part of Fract? Well, there she is. Well, not quite yet. Hold on a minute.
Shigurikaちゃんならいませんよ。謎解きで忙しくしているんじゃないですか？大丈夫、大丈夫。これでいいの。
Not her, even though she does have pink hair. Wrong person, sorry. Not this one.
ずっと諦めよう
The
と思
one
っ
that
て
she's
たから。
talking to right now.
ありがとうって伝えておいて。本当にそれでいいんですか？まあいいですけど、やらなかったところで誰も責めないですし、私たちはシグリカちゃんと一緒じゃないですからね。シグリカは不思議だよ。さすが未来のヘリオディック6だね。そう。
There she is. This is supposed to be the culprit, or the person that everyone is sus about. Or supposed culprit.
Yahoo, ダーニャちゃん。シグリカちゃんがどこにいるか知ってる？
リン姉ちゃんも彼女に助けを求めに来たんですか？順番にお願いしますね。最近謎解きで忙しいので、このままだと。
You know what's even worse? Her color palette is pink and blue. Blue being my favorite color, and then pink associated with, like, literally me. The pink hair club. But no! Of course she's gotta be possible suspect for Fract. So now I have to sit here just being Sedge. Until I'm proven wrong or right.
努力をしないといけませんからね。私だったらそんなことせず気楽に行きたいですけどね。その方が楽でしょうし。
それじゃシグリカちゃんじゃないでしょう。
とにかく用があるなら待っていてください。ずっと謎解きしてますし、フラ学園の入り口はどこに開いてもおかしくないですよ。ひょっとしたら次の瞬間に空から落ちてきたりして。
I like how it's like.
ほら。
I like it as comedic moment, but then I like how when she's talking about her, it's the most like deadpan voice. Did she just crack her back? Is this me?
もしかしてアイリアちゃんはダーニャちゃんのところに来てたの？はい、あなたにお礼を言ってましたよ。自分で問題を解決できそうだから、もうあなたの助けは必要ないとか。それと友達が会いたがってるみたいですよ。リンネ先輩戻ってきたんだね。本当によかった。って 今はシグリカちゃんの方が先輩でしょ。私は漂白者ちゃんと同じで1年生だよ。私が先輩？いやいや、そんな。
Literally me as a response. Oh my god, she's just
この人
me.
が前に話した漂白者ちゃんだよ。
Now I feel obligated to pull her. Just pull me, but not me.
あなたがあの先輩なの？ 1 年生だなんてすごい。
Oh my god, please don't tell me she's
私はシグ
actually
リカ、
like
よろしくね。
slight
前に
comic
リンネン先
relief
輩から
here.
あなたの
No.
話を聞いたよ。まさかボイドワームを倒しちゃうなんて。それで私にどんな用事があるの
2人で話をしてもいい
？2人でなんか大事な話みたいだね。シグリカ先輩、力になってあげて。
Mirai, she's
緊
just
張す
like
る必要は
me.
ない少し聞きたいことがある
So
だ
I
けだよ
mean, her responses are very much me-coded responses
じ
in
ゃ
some
あ人のいない場
situations.
所に。
Like the don't call me
占い師のと
upperclassman,
ころに行き
and
ま
I
し
don't
ょ
want
う
to be
か。
upperclassman.
入場券は私が出しますよ。いいかも。新しい謎だってもらえるし。さすがにいいやちゃ
I'm
んだ
definitely
ね。
not as smart as her, but definitely her reactions are definitely in my lane.
ダーニャと呼んでください。
I just hope that this character, like this main character, I hope she is not
用事があるんでしょ。
the fracked outlier
Sayonara.
because, like I said, her design's kind of interesting. You know, like
それじゃあ先
literally
輩、
her color
私た
palette's
ちは
my
占い
favorite
師のとこ
color,
ろ
and
に行
also
こう。
pink hair
リンネン先
squad.
輩、後でね。
So I swear I'll be even more
な
upset.
ら私は戻って仕事をしよっかな。
Because so
じゃあ
far,
漂白者ちゃ
we've
ん、
only been
時間がある
able
と
to
きは
have like
通
one
信を確
fracked
認してね。
character as playable, which is Frolova. So I don't know if we'll get anything else. I mean, one of them is a weekly boss, so sorry, Scar. Unfortunately, we don't get to get you as a playable character.
会場に入ろう、先輩。
And then, trying to think who else. And then Chris, we haven't had him in the plot too much right now. He's kind of like, he's in the plot, but he's doing side behind the scenes type related things, making me hate him. But yeah. But we shall see.
やあ、ボイドワームライダーじゃないか。
Also, you know what I was thinking about while she was being comic relief?
これからも
I was thinking about this guy.
Easy.
This guy.
今回も損はさせないさ。
I was like, Alto, what the fuck, man? You're not supposed to make someone else comic relief. You are already comic relief. We don't need more people like you. Not that she's doing it to the degree that he is, but nonetheless, she's slightly having very comedic moments, and I'm like, please don't do this.
イベントで1位を取ったら学園に一つお願いを叶えてもらえるんだよ。そうだね。鳥ちゃんたちの顔が撮りたいかな。
答えに少しためらいを感じる。もしかして何か隠し事を？
このお願いがいいの。ダーニャちゃんが言ってたよ。今回はロイ一族がテーマのイベントだからロイ人が参加しないと残念でしょ。それに私の友達はこのイベントが好きだったの。この前彼女とたくさんの謎を解いたんだ。今どこにいるのかわからないけど戻ってくるまで彼女の分も一緒に頑張らなくちゃ。いい成績を取ったらきっと喜んでくれると思うの。
見ろ、シグリカが超えてるぞ。
未来のヘリオディック6だもの。私を超えるくらい楽勝でしょうね。これくらいの謎解けない方がおかしいって。
Being the smart person, everyone's like,
先輩
yeah, no shock there, blah blah. Obviously, because she's smart and blah blah. Like, people, can you just stop? Like, for her, it's not that great, and also, like, what does it matter to you? Do better. Like, actually, to other people, I'm like, just do better. Last time I checked, people say these things is only because they're doing bad.
マイン
So
ドダイブゲームルームに興味があるの
people,
中のゲームは
look
ど
at
れも丸一
yourselves.
日夢中になる
Maybe
くらい
you're the
面白
reason
いよ
why.
やってみる
Am I playing funny game? Is that what I'm doing? Or can I not play funny
じゃあ
game?
まずは占い師の方に行こう
Yes, I don't have to play actual game. We do things. Hold on a minute, I gotta fix my...
悪行は
There we go. I fixed my problem. I'm not literally... My eyes aren't glowing. There we go. I fixed my problem. Also,
この場所はダーニャちゃ
when
んが見
she
つけたの
ran in
普段は人が少な
to
いから静かなんだ
when we were dealing with the
お話にはぴったりで
Tassimur,
しょ
sorry, Tassim
私
Discord,
に聞きた
sorry.
いことって
And she showed up and she was
裏学園の
just
話だよ
beating
ね
people up and punching stuff.
組
My
織長
brain
の
was
情
just
報は
like,
シグ
lol,
リ
you
カの立場が
remind
分
me
かるまで
of
黙っておこう
I think her
他の
name's
情報から確認
Veressa. I
しよう
think in Genshin.
ダーニャから聞いたんだけ
She's
ど
like she's like
最近は
she's
ずっ
like
と
inspired by
謎
like
解きをしてるみたいだね
like WWE fighters and stuff like that.
面白いから祝典が終わるまでに
And she
でき
also
るだけ
punches
挑戦
things.
しよう
I'm
と思っ
like,
たの
lol. She too also punches things,
謎
and I
解き
think
を
it's
して
kind
る
of
時
funny.
何か変なことはなか
Luckily,
っ
I
た
think there's another character
変なことしか
in
なか
Genshin
った
that
よ
also does that, but I don't know if they ever got released as a character or not. Or she's just not popular, so I don't hear people talking about her, but I digress. I was like,
例
more
の噂
punchies.
先輩は知ってるよね裏学園がみんなの心を反映してるって
Wait, I don't even know she's a
一
godly
度だけ
character.
中で
She's
家
a
に
godly
帰ろうとして
character?
る黒猫
I
に
should
会って
check.
ね
She's not, then
そ
I'm
の
just
猫
gonna be
すご
like,
か
what
った
the
んだ
frack?
黒い翼が生えてたんだよ今度は違う時の話なんだけどとある幽霊の女の子とずっと話したこともあるんだ姿は見えないのに声だけ届いてたの自分はすごく遠いところに行って大事なことをしないといけないって言ってたねしばらく家族に会えなくなるかもしれないからちょっと寂しくなるってでもあの子は意志が固かったし温かく感じたなだからあの子のことは今でも覚えてるのどれも不思議だったけど面白かった何も考えずに一日中過ごせちゃうくらいでも最近裏学園に起きた変化は先輩も知ってるよね
昨日遭遇した
うんあの突然光り出したルーン
Actually, where is her Tassimur? I actually can't see it on her.
見て私が何もしなければただのルーンでしかないよねでも意味を解読すると秘められた力を引き出せるの
Oh, I
昨
actually
日
just
解
can't see her
読したルー
Tassimur.
ンは何だったの、
私 私もよくわからない。ちょっと探ってみたんだけど、まるで自然発生したかのように現れたみたいなの。
She definitely, if Celine did not point out the fact that she looks like a very coded Zelda kind of character looking, I would not notice that. And now because
じゃあこれを見てみよう。
people have said things, the more I stare at her, I'm like, yeah, your outfit kind of is.
もしもし、うらちゃん。シグリカだけど聞こえてる？目を覚まして、仕事の時間だよ。
うらら、私は科学を用いた戦術師。学生たちが勝手に占いと呼んでいるだけ。ユーザーログイン、シグリカ、謎解きチャンネルにチェンジ。謎解きをしたければ、まずはウラの質問に答えるのだ。
質疑応答があるなんて。
宇宙の黒か、それとも表現の白か。
I don't know what's the right or wrong answer. I'm gonna just.
宇宙も表現も未知を表してるんだね。でも私は暖かい色が好き。太陽みたいな。
一人で勉強するか、それとも友達とゲームをするか。すぐに本質を理解できる才能が欲しいか、それとも他人から認められたいか。
決断が早いね。私はもっと努力しなくちゃ。
うらら、ただいま分析中。結果は
先輩見て、これが謎だよ。
一枚の絵ね。
ウラちゃんが吐き出した謎はだいたいこういう絵だよ。裏学園に向かう方法がこの絵の中に隠されてるの。そして裏学園から出ることで謎の答えがわかる。
Well, I have a strange feeling that this is just her in this photo, you know? Just got a feeling. It's kind of hard to see this picture actually in full 100% clear because my my graphics is turned down and probably looks really good.
この学生の居場所、見覚えがある。
何を書いてるの？
ルーンだよ。これは太陽を表してるの。私たちロイ人にとって太陽はとても大事な存在。
It's totally not
大地を
coincidental
照らす太
that she
陽
just
は
said
みんな
I
を
picked this
輝きで
answer
包んで
based
くれる。
on because it represents the
過去も
sun and
現
I
在
like
も
warm things.
そして
Clearly
未来も。
not. And not that like this girl has similar features to her, but just
この太陽
younger.
は
You know?
影に潜
No
む化け物を
coincidental things
育て
happening
てるよう
here.
に見える。おかしいとは思わない？
改めて見ると確かに昨日ひょっこり現れたルーンを思い出したよ。
じゃあ当たりだね。他にヒントはありそう？
ここ？謎の裏側にもう一行文字があるみたい。我を通じて才能を探すのだ。探す。わかった。多分この太陽を探せばいいんだ。私たちにとって一番最初に学ぶルーン、そして 一番よく知ってるルーンが太陽なの。日の光の祝福を浴びることは私たちにとって神からの賜り物でもあるから。
つまり太陽のルーンさえ見つければ裏学園に行けるんだね。
うん、私がやったゲームとよく似てる。子供の頃長老たちはビアトルウーズに隠れたルーンの記号をたくさん設置してたの。そのルーンは互いの位置を示してるから、一つ見つければ次のルーンの居場所がわかるんだ。ビアトルウーズを出るにはそのルーンを全部見つけ出して導きに従って進む必要があったの。今はこの太陽がゲームの始まりだね。この謎を解きたいならロイ一族のルーンを熟知してるガイドが必要じゃない？
シグリカの言う通りね。ガイドがいなければ余計な時間がかかってしまう。それに裏学園に起きた変化が彼女と関係してるなら一緒に行動した方が状況を把握しやすい。
先輩、私じゃ不安？こう見えても実はすごいんだよ。
Did we not have this conversation before? You were technically the senior
むしろ
here.
協力したいんだね、シグリカ先輩は。
私を信じて、漂白者さん。一緒に謎の答えを見つけ出そう。
この謎をルシラー学園長にも送っておこう。何か情報をつかめるかもしれない。
Where am I going? No, never mind. Oh, we can see the picture better. But we can't zoom in. Oh no, there we go. We can zoom in now. There we go. We can see it much better. Look. Now we can see this. I'm gonna just guess that it's literally her, but like younger or something, or, you know, at a different point. You know. I don't know. I just got a gut feeling. Anyways, now that we know what the picture looks like a lot clearer and better, I can say I'm just not delusional. Or maybe I am. I'm just coping.
Yeah, ボイドアームライダーじゃないか。
Let me out.
昨日裏学園でリンネイ先輩が話してくれたことをあなたと結びつけることはできなかった。あなたはまっすぐでやりたいと思ったことは必ずやる人だって聞いてたよ。すごいな。
Okay, we go this way. There we go.
見つけた。ここにあるはずだよ。先輩、カメラは持ってる？そのカメラにルーンを刻むね。できた。これで見えるようになったはずだよ。早速ここを撮ってみて。
Oh, I gotta let's zoom in on this blurry wall. There we go. No, not blurry wall, but blurry pillar.
隠れてたルーンも私たちの目からは逃れられない。今その意味を照らすよ。ルーンの導きに従えばきっと答えを見つけ出せる。ほら、このルーンの記号に従って進もう。昔ルーンでよく遊んでた頃、私はいつも一番最初にビアトルウーズから出てたの。才能があるっていつも褒められてたんだ。今回も次もそのまた次もきっと一番だって。たくさん時間をかけてルーンの研究をしたよ。でもみんなはもっと大事なことを見つけて ゲームをやめちゃった。
No period is this way. Into a classroom. Alright, let me just climb on every chair and table possible. Get over to the side.
見て、全部のルーンが集まってる。きっとここが裏学園の入り口だね。昨日裏学園に行った時、なんでいたのか聞いてきたよね。私は謎解きをするためにいたの。あなたは？
私は大事な調査をしてたよ。ごめん、詳しいことは話せないんだけど。
大丈夫。気が変わったらいつでも教えてね。
Oh, big
ル
hole.
ーンを起動しようか。カウントダウンするね。3、2、チーズ。
Oh. Into the vortex we go.
自分のことを信じてるの？みんなからは信じられてる？
Come on, I'm getting ambushed by questions.
ここに残って、この感情と一緒に。何もかも楽になるよ。楽に、楽に、楽に。
今の声は。
私にも聞こえたよ。誰かの心の声かな。聞いてると気分が悪くなるね。
奥へ進んで様子を見に行こう。
Let's go.
ここには何度も来てるから、私
Also,
についてきて。
we have to watch a trailer later. We have to watch Ash Veil's trailer because I want to see my man. Also
これは
because
1限目の授業がどう
both
しようもな
Triple
く
Z
なりた
and
い
Star
証。
Rail update both on Tuesday, which we're not going to play then because I'm going to let a buffer day happen for both the games so my game doesn't die because everyone's on the server. So we'll start playing Star Rail or Triple Z on Wednesday. Which I was going to ask guys which one you prefer I start doing. Both will be really long, but I thought I would, I'd ask you guys.
その意味を照らした。ここからテレポートで行けると思う。
Which, to be honest, I don't think you guys care too much.
毎日毎日や。
Oh,
彼女がヘリオディック6になるって噂の人。
これは裏学園の幻影。
心の声が。みんなこんな風に考えてるんだね。
になるって噂の人。
ロイ人の未来。
watch if something jumps up and scares me.
「しぐりか愛しい子よ。さあこの謎を解いてみて。」あ、お母さん。
Boo.
その素晴らしい
For
力
real,
で
literally.
才能に至る道を探すのよ。
Literally, Chris would be doing this to me every single time. I just walk somewhere and then he's just like, boo, here's another thing I made.
ここでお母さんの幻影を見るなんて。お母さんはずっと私を誇りに思ってくれてた。だから絶対がっかりさせたくないの。
それじゃあこの謎を一緒に見てみよう。
ここからテレポートで行けるはずだよ。でも意味の始まりと終わりが逆さまになってるみたい。そうだ、これを試してみて。このルーンなら意味を元通りにできると思う。
Also, no, I don't know how I did this today, but I like banged my thigh and my knee somehow. I don't know how. I was like on my knees and kind of just like scooting on the ground on my knees, and then somehow they're like bruised, and I'm like, I didn't even bang my knees on anything hard or anything, and then it's just like, oh, now we're gonna have to just bruise knees, I guess.
その調子だよ、先輩。あれ、昨日も似たルーンを見たような。解読してみるね。
そのまま進むのよ、愛しいシグリカ。すべての謎を解けば優秀なソルスボーンになれるはずよ。
次の謎も解いてみせる。
あなたたちならどんな謎も解けるはずだ。
謎が解かれた。きっとできるって信じてたわ。謎が解かれた。きっとできるって信じてたわ。
I'm just doing things for fun. Well,
できた。
遅いわ、シグリカ。あなたならもっと早く解けるでしょ。具合でも悪いの？
私は。
oh,
もう謎は解かれた。残像は消えて。
oh, there she is. She's in the hole too. Just a minute ago. There they go. Look at them. They're so cute.
うまくやれなかった時、
Look at them.
お母さんはこんな気持ちだったんだね。
They're so cute.
がっかりさせたくなかったな。
十分よくできてる。少なくともあの謎を解いた。
You
これ
can
から
tell
の
that
動
to
きも
every
知って
single
る。
Asian kid possible. You're doing good, and I don't want to disappoint my parents. Yeah, tell them that. See how that works.
シグリカ、やっと来てくれたんだ。ずっと待っていたよ。
ニボラ、またシグリカと関係している幻影ね。
ごめんね。大丈夫、慣れてるから。お願いは決まった？その謎を全部解いたらお願いができるんだよね。シグリカ、もう時間がないよ。
この幻影、ずっと彼女にプレッシャーをかけている。
ごめん、私は。
大丈夫、シグリカ。あなたは一人じゃない。
解けた。でも遅かったね、シグリカ。ルーンの解読に手間取ったから一緒に遊ぶ時間がなくなっちゃった。もしかしてお願いがないから解読に集中できなかったの？ごめん、次はもっと頑張るから。
What the fuck? We're just trolling people now.
隙だらけね。よし、聞いてみよう。
You're literally like, oh, you're doing such a good job, and then literally right after you just said you're benched, and I'm like, what the fuck? What are you, gaslighting people here?
落ち着いてシグリカ。
落ち着いてるよ。でももう少し計算式を調整すればもっと早く解読できるの。そうすればあの残像たちは二度と現れなくなる。私がもっと。
残像が現れても私たちなら解決できるはず。
けどお母さんもニボラちゃんも私にがっかりしてた。これがみんなの心の声なら私は。
少なくとも今は裏学園に反映された影に過ぎない。明らかにあなたを狙っている。惑わされたらダメ。この通り残像が現れたとしても道は開かれる。私たちが正しいことの証拠よ。
We just walk into a wall, you know? No, I'm joking. If you literally was gonna tell me the answer is walking into a wall, I would have said, ha! Funny.
もっと早くあなたの才能があればきっと。シグリカ、あなたなら。
今度こそもっと頑張らないと。大丈夫、私なら。
何か起きたのか。
私ならきっとできる。こんなルーンで悩んでる場合じゃない。
Ah, so much noise, my ears. Oh, this way.
Huh? どういうこと？ルーンの進路が邪魔されてる？私の解読スピードが遅すぎたせいかな。これを排除したいけど、どうすれば。
私が手伝うよ。邪魔者は落下攻撃で何とかしてみる。
Ugh. I love just using the power of.
わかった。
Oh no, I'm
重
on
力が
the
逆さまに
wall.
なってるから、鍵縄を使えば上に行けるはずだよ。
I love just being on the wall and the ceiling and everything.
始まりと終わりの意味を支配して私が道を作る。
I don't want me on the
本当
ceiling.
にできるの？
それは厳しいわ。
才能の無駄遣いには気をつけなさい。
Bro, can people stop? That's so annoying. Nope, we're in a cutscene. Oh, we're running! Oh, on the opposite ends. That's just fun. I love just being upside down. No, I'm not. I'm too stressed. That would be very annoying. I love how it's a cutscene break, then I don't have to deal with the fact that I am,
ごめんなさい先輩。大丈夫？怪我してない？
私は大
Yes,
丈
you
夫
did
よ。
not have to do
シグ
that.
リカは
Thank God.
私も平気。けどどうしてルーンが爆発したんだろう。なんでうまく制御できなかったの？
Thank God it was in a cutscene and I didn't have to do things.
後だって分かってるよね。自分を証明できる最後のチャンスだよ。
ロイジンにとって才能とは何なのか、神の賜り物とは何なのか、その答えを教えてあげましょう。
愛しのシグリカならきっとできるわ。
この謎の答えは。ロイジンにとって太陽は神からの賜り物。私にとって初めて得したルーン。それが才能の鍵。お願い、私の答えが間違ってるはずない。この謎の答えは太陽。違うの？なんで？どうして？失敗した子はここに残るべき。
Bro, what is this
あの
bullshit?
声ね。
辛いでしょう。がっかりしてるでしょう。自分を疑ってるのになんで続けるの？
What the frick? Why do I have to deal with creepy things?
そんなルーンが反応しない。
攻撃が一切効かない。おそらく周りからエナジーを吸収してる。
ようや
Of
くでき
course.
たわ。
There's creepy things happening. Creepy, young, fun things.
私のペットはよくできているだろう。脅迫者はこれらの感情をどう対処するのか見せてもらおう。有効に使うのみだ。せっかく時間を稼いでくれたのだから。
Great. I hate this.
“体に異常はないよ。
Yeah.
ルーンの解読に失敗したのは
Let's go.
当時の心理状態に問題があったか
I
らだ
love seeing
ね。
this man again whenever I get the chance.
Shigurika
An
君、
excuse to
前
see
に
him.
話したことは覚えているかい？
Also, I like the music in the background, by the way.
もっと自信を持つようにって。
Do it.
そ
Do
う。
what he tells
た
you
だ
to
し
do.
焦りは禁物だ。飴をあげよ
Ever since he told us why he
さっきの
gives out
曲
candy, I can never get
ど
it
こ
out
か
of my
懐
head
かしい
now.
感じがする。
God damn it.
気に入ったのかしら。
Curse it.
フリートスノーフラッフの歌だもの。彼女の歌はいつだって人を安心させてくれる。
Still like a very
So,
tinted
Anna,
window, but at least I can kind of see the sun outside. Still.
エイメス、
Why the tinted windows? Jesus.
私たちは裏学園に入って二人に協力しようとしたけれど、裏学園に周波数を拒まれたの。そしてあの化け物は裏学園の権限を奪い、学生しか出入りできないように制限した。だから仕方なく別のやり方を探したわ。幸い裏学園に発生した感情までは制限できないよね。どんな感情も裏学園に必ず痕跡が残る。 この間あなたたちが開いたファンクラブのイベントでたくさんの優しい思い出ができたから、この歌の力で2人を連れ戻せたのよ。
あの化け物はただの残像じゃありませんでした。一体何なんですか？さっき遭遇したのが何なのか知りたいんです。私を信じてください、教授。先輩、私本当に役に立ちたいの。
現時点で断言できるのは、あの残像はフラクトシデスのものだということくらいかしら。
フラクトシデス？
前にフラクトシデスの組織長から予告された。奴は私たちとゲームをしたいらしい。
おそらくそのゲームというのは学生の間に伝わっている謎のことだろうね。
Must we have to deal
謎と
with
関係のある
people?
人はすでに追っているよ。実際彼らの多くは現実世界に支障をきたしている。ずっと続けていた研究や課題を投げ出したり、苦痛を八つ当たりしたりする人もいれば、自分の行動をコントロールできなくなった人も。その子たちはすでにフラクトシデスの演技の一部になってしまったと考えた方がいい。
シグリカもその一人だね。
私？
裏学園の謎も残像も明らかにあなたを狙っていた。裏学園と関わりがあるんじゃないかと疑っていたけど、どうやらゲームにただ巻き込まれたみたいね。
何がゲームなの？一刻も早く止めないと。私ならあの変な謎を解けるよ。教授、
I
先輩、
have never
私
seen
に
Luke to have the most sad facial expression to like non-sad
一度
facial
帰って休みな
expression.
さい。
Because I was like, if Luke's looking at you with this facial expression, that's
私が
not
失敗し
good.
たから。
危険だからよ。協力したい気持ちはわかるわ。けど学生を危険にさらすわけにはいかないの。
私は
今は休んだ方がいい、シグリカ。
No, I was gonna say, I relate to her because I'm like, this is when anxiety level turns to 100. When you're like, when people tell you things and you want to help and they say no. It's not gonna turn out well.
やはり私は彼女を加えてもいいと考えている。人に認められるために必死になっていることは知っているだろ。
もちろん一緒に行動できるわ。けれど今の状態のままではダメよ。リューク先生、あの子は自分に自信がないそうね。けど私からすればむしろ逆に見える。きっと負けず嫌いな子だわ。自分なら全部の期待に応えられると思っているはずよ。
No, have you not
答え
have
なければならない
have
と
you
思ってい
never
るのか
been
もしれない。
like not
まるでワイヤ
confident
ー
in
の上を
yourself
歩いて
and
いる
you
よね。
literally like this
似
is
たような学
me.
生を山ほど
She
見て
is
きたの。
literally me in like school back then. Where me, I'm just like I try to project
自分ならできる
the
と信じ、
most
失敗しないように全力を尽くして
like
自分を証明しようとする
upfront, confident person that I possibly can, which is not very much.
前に言った
And
方向を間違
like
えた学生のことまだ覚えてるかしら
try to please everyone and help
彼女は
everyone
スタート
all
落
the
ち学園を
time.
離れただけじゃないわスタート落ち学園が彼女を永遠に失ったの彼女はワイヤーを最後まで渡りきれなかったフラクトシですはそういった感情を利用しようとしている
Like she's literally me. Which is funny because like my confidence was a lot better in like
あの友達はどこに
middle
行ったん
school,
です
and then it took
か
a dip in high school, and then it went back up for uni, which is kind of
大事な
interesting.
話が
Which I
あ
don't
る
know
か
how
ら
that happened, but
しーちゃんを帰らせたとか
definitely is a thing.
私がダメだったからこれあげますトワイライトハニー味好きですよねこうなったらいっそ謎なんて放っておけばいいと思いますけどそれとも未来のヘリオディック6だってことをみんなに証明したいんですか私はただみんなをがっかりさせたくないだけ
You're not. As a person who has been through this, I'm telling you right now, you are not. So don't do that. I don't say that either.
子供たちは誰もが純粋な心を持って学園にやってくる純粋な心のおかげで今のスタート落ち学園があるの
それをフラクトシデスに利用されたまま見過ごすわけにはいかない。ましてや学生一人一人の知識はラハイロイに小さくない影響をもたらしてくれる。
だとしたらなおさらフラクトシデスより先に片付けないと。あの残像は今もエナジーの吸収を続けている。学園長は言ってたよね。裏学園とは感情の渦のようなものだって。おそらくあの残像が中心。早く見つけ出そう。
飴を多めに用意しておく必要がありそうね、リューク先生。
経費申請してもいいのかい？
Okay. It's okay, I don't need candy.
裏学園の監視は私たちに任せてほしい。漂白者は帰って休むんだ。大丈夫さ。このゲームをフラクトシデスに勝たせるつもりはないよ。
Oh. Oh god. I have to do other stuff. Hold. Okay, hold on. First of all, let me do this stuff first. I know my Mua knowledge is limited, but why does it look so different? Could just be my imagination. I do have my graphics on lower graphics setting because my computer and my devices cannot handle it because they're so old. Not so old, but they're like old. It's been more than five years now, so it could be the fact that the graphics are a lot lower. But other than that, nothing else has changed much. Sorry, Winter, I was gonna say. Do I have to do all this extra side stuff to continue on? What is this? I should quickly Google this for a minute. Because the game forced me to do all the side, like the event side content stuff, so I'm not sure if I have to do it for progress the story. Let me just have a look here. While I go through these. Okay, and then we'll do this one. I'm just gonna quickly look at this here. I swear I don't have to do this if I don't have to. Trying to get through to the point where I'm trying to look at this really quickly. Oh, this is my thing not letting me get to the point that it was before. Okay, I'm just double checking because if I have to go through the event part, then I will do it because I gotta get through the rest of the story, but I just want to double check with other sources just to make sure, aka other people who have played the game or played the whole quest. So I'm just gonna quickly double check here if I can speed up the process into which I am and where I am. Speed, come on, I need to press the funny buttons. Load, computer, load. Oh, let's not look at Carthagena. A very weird ass angle there for a solid moment. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, it seems like we do have to do it. Oh, alright, we have to do it. Fine, I'll do it. For the sake of finishing the plot. Gotta do it. Alright. Finish the plot. Okay, we have to do those two. Okay, where is it? Map. Here. Go. I'm gonna zoom myself over there. No, when I have to do side content, what do you mean? Oh my god, my game. Game, don't lag out like that on me, please. Please. Oh god, my game. Is there a oh my god, ledge. 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 Please. Oh god. Alright, fine. I won't use the ledge. I'll just walk the stairs. Godforsaken game. Why do you do this to me? I can't tell if it's the ledge or is it just me and my game just slowly dying.
漂白者ちゃん、来てくれたんだ。こっちこっち。こないだの裏学園の件でいろいろと動き回ったでしょ。ちょっとは息抜きした方がいいと思うんだよね。なんか超久しぶりな気がしてさ。漂白者ちゃんがまたうっかり変な事件に巻き込まれてないか心配で。
It's always that. When am I never?
それにちょっと会いたかったの。だから口実を作って呼び出しちゃった。ダメ？ほら、好きに頼んでいいよ。今日は私のおごりだから。
Gotta love side quests when one's already behind. Like, just let us catch up, please. I think they purposefully did this, that they make you do the event, because this was part of the event list for this update. So I think the game or like the main story at least, is making you do this extra event content in relation to the main story. That's what I'm guessing.
いっぱい食べて。実はほとんど先生とか友達がくれたんだよね。断りきれなくって。どうせ祝典が終わったら使えなくなっちゃうし、遠慮しないで。
Oh, game. I love how it just tries to transition my character to trial character. So for this, the game does not like it.
ボランティアって忙しいの？
まあまあかな。大体は探し物をしてるよ。今も100件以上の依頼が来てるんだけど、30件は手がかりがなくってさ。あとは工学部の先輩の機材トラブルを12件解決したかな。それから祝典の物資の集計、小道具の塗装、頑張りすぎて倒れた子の救護活動、急な事故で怪我した子の手当て。漂白者ちゃんまでそんなこと言うの？でも私は元気が有り余ってるから。
I'm just saying.
これで
Don't
もプ
jinx
ロの
it.
戦闘訓練を受けてきたし、これくらい余裕なんだけどさ。ウォース先生にスタート落ち学園は学生の善意につけ込むようなことはしませんって言いくるめられちゃって、それでこっちに追いやられて無理やり休憩させられてるの。漂白者ちゃんが来るまでの間、支援班の先輩たちが入れ替わり立ち替わり私の監視に来てるんだよね。ついでに引き換え券を山ほど押し付けてきて。分かってるけどさ。でもやることがないとマジで暇なんだよね。バイクで一っ走りする仕事でも
Okay,
あ
so we
れば
have
いい
to
のに。
do Lene and Mornay's first one, and then we gotta do Syncrika's all three for hers. Um,
だよね。じゃあ暇になったらね。
what is
私
this?
は何かやることでも探してみよっかな。
I swear this is like me doing, what's it called? Not actually dating sim game, but it's like, here's options, make sure you pick the right one.
ごめん、ちょっと出ていい？先輩？
リン姉ちゃん、休んでるのに邪魔しちゃってごめんね。緊急の依頼が入って、どうしても人手が足りないの。
But after we finish this part of the
全然 OK。
event, or the parts that we need to do to progress
任せてよ。
the rest of the game, we only have about,
パトローラーのことなんだけど。
we only have 5 segments left. So there's not much that we have left here. So
わかった。探してみるよ。
may or may not finish it today, depending on how long
詳しい状況は担当者
it
に直
takes
接
us
聞いて
to
もらえる。
finish this part here.
お願いね。
I gotta go
ごめん。せっかくのランチ中だけど行かなきゃ。
before I pass out.
残りはゆっくり食べて
Good
ね。
rest of your stream. Thank
こ
you,
の引き
Nova. I
換
really
え券
appreciate
使っちゃっ
it.
て。
Make sure you get some rest.
焦らなくてもいいよ。まずは私が状況を探ってくるから。何か分かったら絶対連絡するよ。一旦ご飯を食べといて。じゃ、また後で。
Okay, we do this. We need to do Mornay's. And then we should get Syncrika's after once we do hers. And then we have to do all 3 for hers, I think, to progress it. Or to progress more of the story, I should say.
モーニエが言ってた新しい味の栄養剤ってこれのことだよね。栄養剤のパッケージにどうして魚の断面図が描かれてるの？とにかくモーニエに言われた通り2袋持っていこう。
Okay, we need to go. Oh, we gotta go up. Stairs, stairs, stair. Where are stairs? Oh, I'm going far away. Never mind. Where am I going? Teleport. I was like, I'm going upstairs? Where are the stairs? Never mind. I'm going super far away. Never mind. There she is.
超立方ハイエネルギー栄養剤持ってきたよ。
ありがとうございます。助かりました、先輩。先輩はお腹が空いてませんかよかったです。ではこれを試してみませんか？この超立方ハイエネルギー栄養剤は農学部が新たに開発しました。常連客である私に栄養成分について意見を聞いてきたのです。さらに複合的な味になった上にエネルギー効率も上がりました。それだけでなく特別に目覚ましの効能を持つものも入れたおかげで仕事の疲れを取るには最適です。味の名前はスケルカンスのトワイライトハニー漬けです。食べてみませんか？
Sure. I like how it's just describing with the big ears, black screen, and text box.
どうでしたか？
トップノートはトワイライトハニーの甘さ、ミドルノートは燻製した魚類の匂い、ラストノートはスケルカンスならではの油の香り。なかなか余韻深くて味わい深いね。
That is a weird profile.
よかったです。すみません、はしゃぎすぎました。先輩が好きでしたら開発が終わり次第先輩の分も確保しておきますね。
You imagine you're just eating a food and it just changes
アドバイス
flavor
もあ
like
りがとうござい
3
ました。
times and you're like,
エネ
I
ルギーを補
see,
充
this
した
is
ら
very interesting.
頭もすっきりしたような気がします。それと気分も楽になりました。この状態、そろそろ仕事に戻りますね。これでシルフの設計図もはかどるはずです。いえ、それは共有できる段階まで進んだら改めて教えましょう。では先輩、また会いましょう。
Bye. Okay, let me claim rewards. That's just telling me to do the second one. Oh my god. I have very specific things I had. Okay, well, we're not doing that one because we don't need to. So let's progress into the next part. Just want to make sure with my sources that I need to do hers. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, we have to do hers until the third one. Okay. We progress. We progress. I mean, if we can get through this section of it, and then if we can't progress too much more after this, then at least we get this part done with, and then we don't have to do it on Tuesday. There's only 4 or 5 sections or segments left after this part, so it's not
さ
that
っき言
bad.
ったプレゼントだよ。私が作ったの。前に話したよね。浦学園にいた時、家に帰ろうとしてる黒猫に出会った話。その猫は私と長い道を一緒に歩いていたんだ。道がなくなったところで猫に言われたの。自分の家がどこかわからないけど、進むべき方向は知ってるって。そうしたら猫は翼を広げて遥か遠くの光に向かって飛んでいっちゃった。先輩はその子にとても似てるんだ。だからこれ作ったの。そろそろ訓練に行こうかな。2日間は訓練場にいるからいつでも会いに来て。じゃあまたね。
Okay, gotta do the next segment. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Go, go, go. Gotta keep going.
おい、待てよ。お前まさか。
Please don't say I have to do training too, meaning I have to do stuff. 'Cause I don't really want to do things.
もう一度、今度こそ。やっぱりダメなのかな。もう一度、今度こそ。さっき休憩したばかりだから大丈夫。厄介な場合に遭遇しても対応できるようにもっと練習したいんだ。先輩は訓練に来たの？それとも私に何か用？私は元気だよ、先輩。訓練の成果見ていかない？じゃあ始めるね。
What? Do I actually have to do things? No, I don't want to do things. I just want it to be a cutscene. Oh, I get to play her.
リラックスして倒すことに集中しよう。
Look at these little guys
わかった。
helping.
倒すことに集中するよ。友達は多い方がいいよね。
Look at them. They're so cute. They do a little high five together. It's so cute.
よかった。悪くないね。この残像たちと前に戦った時はもう少し辛かったと思う。でも今回は残像たちを倒すことに集中してたら普段は気づけなかったところにも気づけたような。先輩のおかげだね。ありがとう。けど何度も練習してたのにどうして今まで気づけなかったんだろう。
シグリカには休憩が必要かもしれないね。
でもまだ訓練内容も完全に理解してないし。つまり休憩も大事ってことだよね。
Always.
それじゃあ先輩、鳥を見に行こう。
Bird watching?
今はメソメソツノメドリの繁殖期だから学園でもたくさん見られるよ。鳥ちゃんたちが空を飛び回ってお互いに毛づくろいをしたり虫を送り合ったりする姿が見たいの。ある意味休憩でしょ。それとバードウォッチングにうってつけの屋上を知ってるの。一緒に見に行かない？
Let's go. Show. Let's go. Get to sit and watch some birds. I like bird watching. Bird watching is nice. and it's chill. Especially when you do it with people until you decide to be obnoxious people and be loud and just bug the birds, and you're just like, haha, bad idea, but we do it anyways, because why not? Alright, let's claim stuff. Let's proceed. We do the bird watching.
先輩こっち
Okay, I need to stand up really quick to stretch for a moment while we
見て
watch
そこにメソメソツノメドリがいるよ
the scene.
メソメソツノメドリ
Oh
は
my
子
god,
供の
they're
鳴き声を真似
puppets,
す
they're
ることで
cute.
人を引きつけて食べ物をもらってるのたまに食べ物を盗んだりもするよ
She wasn't kidding when
農
she
学
said
部で
literal
新しいメニューができ
puffins.
ると
I
真
thought
っ
she was
先に
just
食べ
like,
られたのはい
oh,
つ
we're
も
just
その子
using
た
the
ち
names and not actually
それとねその子たちは
like
お互い
actual
プレゼントを
puffins.
贈り合うのが好きなの
But hey, I'll
特
take
に
that.
繁殖期には
Puffins are
花や
cute.
葉っぱを自分の恋人に贈る習慣があってあごめんね鳥ちゃんのことになると止まらなくなるんだ先輩が興味あるのかどうか聞き忘れちゃったならよかった鳥について知れば知るほどこの世界のどこに
It's
で
all
も
good.
鳥
I
ちゃん
didn't
は
know
生
this
きてるっ
stuff.
てことに気づけたの
Fact of the day
あのね
today, I guess,
う
about
ちのバードウォッチン
puffins.
グ同好会に参加してみない
Okay, let me sit back down. Oh, I feel like an old person trying to stand up and sit back down again. Just like, give me a minute
本当
here.
やったこれでバードウォッチング同好会のメンバーが2人になったねあ見てこっち向いてるよ先輩早く撮って
Okay, active, take a picture. There we go, I did a good job.
先輩こっちすごい真正面の写真が撮れたんだね私はお尻か変なところにカメラが向いちゃうんだこの写真先輩この写真私に譲ってもらえないかなありがとう鳥観察アルバムの1ページ目に置いておくね
シグリカは本当に鳥が好きなんだね
Birds are cool.
鳥ちゃんは綺麗だし
I know lots of people
自由
own
だから
birds. Or is that the birds
何
or
より勇
dogs?
気を持ってるの
And nothing
自
else in
分の飛んでい
between.
く先を
Which I think is
ちゃ
kind
ん
of
と分
funny.
かってる大陸をまたぐ鳥や極点から極点へ飛ぶ鳥もいれば嵐を越えて次の住処を探す鳥もいる生まれつき飛べるわけじゃないからこそ1回目が大事初めて高いところから飛び降りて羽を吹き抜けていく風を感じなければならないのその時はきっと怖いだろうねでも最終的には空を自由に飛べるようになる
Excuse
そう
me.
いうのがいいなって思うんだ
I don't know what's up with me. I can't tell if I'm really tired or I'm just like
休憩
in
は
a
おしまい
spree of
そろ
just
そろ訓練に
yawning
戻るね
a lot.
今回は本当にありがとう先輩
Why am I being called senior when I'm not the senior here? Why do people keep doing this? Stop calling me that. I do not like being called senior when I am not a senior. Like calling me old when I'm not actually old.
分断とヒュ
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Can I do? No, I can't. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, let me just do this. Great. I'm that bad that I also whacked my foot. That's great. I hope you guys didn't hear how loud I whacked my foot there because it was relatively quite loud. Giving the old vibe. I swear I am just old lady grandma. Well, I mean, to be honest, I've already been called that by the people in chat that's been here for a while. Also, is it? Auron in Genshin, if you guys know that character, calls everyone Granny and Gramps. Literally calls Traveler that, and I'm just like, man, I am old, but Traveler is not that old. I take no offense, by the way, to being called that, but still. I think I made a clip about that a while ago when we were playing Genshin still and playing Outland. That was really funny, though. Know that feeling. Alright, Grandma. Okay, thank you, Cillian. Thank you for calling me Grandma. I appreciate it. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh my god. Game just telling me, oh, the 2 different crowns I got for, like, 2025 and then 2026. God dang. Anyways, I have to jump tomorrow. Alright, next day, tomorrow. Tomorrow at the 10. Oh my god, my game literally just said, let me zoom out for a minute. Where am I going? That way. Whee! I jump. I glide. Is that a floor, or can I just jump through this thing? I think it's a panel. I don't think I can just go down, right? Yeah, I knew it was a panel. No! I just have to jump from the other side and then go that way. No! Where am I going? Right here. Right down here. Alright. Jump. Carvagia. Jump! Oh, there she is. Hello!
Senpai, 来てくれたんだね。この間お世話になったお礼にこれを買ったの。
I was just trying to click something else and I accidentally clicked this.
控えの祝典の限定版なの。行列に並んで買ってきたんだ。
Candy.
この飴にはちょっとした不思議な効果があるの。食べるたびに違う効果が出るらしいよ。
Excuse me again.
リラックスさせてくれる効果があるって聞いたんだ。食べてみて。悪くない味ね。ちょっと待って、声が。こんな効果もあるの？私も食べてみよう。はっ。変な味。あれ違う。私ごめん。人はエラ呼吸じゃなくて肺呼吸なのに。止まらない。
What is this?
アブ。どうしたんだ？何か用でも。何を食わせたんだ？
We're all just eating candy. This is such a bad idea.
シュル？太陽の精霊の鳴き声を真似してるの？面白いでしょ。残りの飴はみんなに試してもらう？安心して。効果はちょっとしか続かないから、もうすぐ。私は大丈夫。 シグリカはしばらく喋らない方が。
It's okay, I'm faster than her. It's okay, we're not racing, but I got here.
はあ、宿店の屋台の場所ならリン姉ちゃんが詳しいですよ。怪我した人は7を呼んでください。物を紛失したらパソコンの中をうろちょろしてる人のところに行けば大丈夫です。とにかく私のところに来られても困るんですよね。
Damn, doesn't want to work.
ニーヤちゃんに会いに来たよ。はあ、しーちゃん、少し休ませてくださいよ。宿題のない朝のすがすがしい空気を楽しんでるところなん
Never,
です
you
から。
must always bug your friends.
まあ、しーちゃんが元気すぎるせいで周りの空気が乱れてしまいましたけど、こんなに早く気分が良くなるなんて何があったんですかね。それで何か用ですか？あのね、水を飲んだ方がいいですよ。これを食べてほしいってシグリカが。え、声変わりの時期なんですか？
Sounds like I have helium.
試してみて、ダーニャちゃん。断ります。前に食べた飴のせいで目と口から虹色の光が出続けたんですよ。4分35秒もの間。あれは試作品なの。今回は違うから私を信じて。ほら、本当に誰がこんな変な飴を作ったんですか？この謎を解いてくれる人がいたらいいんですけど。遊びたいならリン姉ちゃんのところに行ってください。彼女なら絶対に楽しんでくれますよ。入場券なら渡しておく
We
の
must
で。
find our next victim to eat
はい、
the
さよ
candies.
なら。
Where is she? She must be our next victim to eat the candy. Eat the candy, people. Eat them. I demand it. The candy shall be eaten. And if not, I will find the next victim for you guys. Oh, I just like cracked my neck. My neck, like the lower back of my neck just hurts. Hold on a minute, guys. Oh, my neck. That feels better.
やあボイドアームライダーじゃないか。
Okay, which way am I going? I'm going this way. Oh, hello. Are people here? I see her. Come. Become the next victim of the candy.
やっほー、漂白者ちゃん。シグリカちゃんも。リンネ先輩。しゃっくりしてどうしたの、シグリカちゃん。レインボーパチパチキャンディーを食べた。リンネも食べてみる？うわー、漂白者ちゃんの声も変わってる。私も試したいな。一つちょうだい。超まずいんだけど。私そんなこと言うつもりだったのに、言葉と考えてることが同じになってる。あれ、逆さ言葉になっちゃう効果だね。超つまんないね。悲しい。そういえばこの前のことはどうなったの？じゃあ今はインターバルなんだ。ならちゃんと休んだらダメだね。このゲーム私も制作チームの一人なんだけど絶対試さないで。一緒に10回やらないで。やってみたい。先輩は？よし、シグリカちゃんやろ。 っぱりゲームは最低だね。まあ二人には分かればいいか。リンネ先輩、言ってることが完全に逆になってるよ。でもそろそろ効果が切れるはず。私のしゃっくりも止まったし。大丈夫じゃない。これでよくないよ。私悲しいから。効果が切れるまで待とうかな。その飴まだある？もちろんだよ。たくさんあるからあげるね。ありがとう。この飴ほんとつまんないね。みんなにも試してもらって悲しませたいな。悲しんでね、二人とも。リンネ先輩も楽しんでね。
I love just spreading the candy. It's just funny. Where'd you go? I need to find her. Come on. Where did you go? Gotta go up the stairs. More stairs? Damn. Gotta climb all the way up here.
「悲しんでね」と「楽しんでね」か。違う言葉だけど意味は同じ。
Okay. We might
リンネ
put it
先
a
輩は
little bit
自分の
early
心の
today
声を
just
聞きながら
because
話してるん
I
だよ
keep
ね。
yawning, and which then I'm thinking my brain's telling me I'm starting to get
いいな。
tired. So we'll finish this section, watch Ashvale's
シグ
trailer,
リカは楽
and
しい。
then we'll call it for today.
あ
And
れ
then we'll
先輩、
finish the
声
rest
が
of it
戻った
on
の？
Tuesday. Which we shouldn't actually have that much to do based off of
ちゃんと休んだらダメ
the
だったかな。祝典にいる
where I'm
みん
getting
な
my
楽しそう。
knowledge of
こういう時
how many
目を
segments
閉
and
じると
parts we
た
have
くさん
left.
声が聞こえるの。騒がしい声が。新発売のパチパチキャンディーを売る掛け声、ハイスコアを取ってあげる声、歌ったり喜んで笑ったりしてる声も聞こえてくる。素敵だね。でも私の心の中には別の声が存在してる。裏学園でみんなをがっかりさせた時に聞こえた言葉のせいで、どうしたら
Oh
いいか
no,
わ
I
からなくなっ
realized
ちゃ
there's
った。
actually more. It's just that, like, I was looking at the wrong thing because we still have to go back to the event thing later. Oops,
裏
it's
学園
okay.
を出てからみんな心配してくれたの。調査を続けないで休むように言われたんだ。
I guess maybe we should play until we get there,
み
maybe?
んなにかけてもらった励ましの言葉を。
I'm so bad at this, man.
シグリカはきっ
Well,
といい人
maybe we
にな
play
れ
a
る。
little bit more.
どんな謎も解けちゃうんだね。あなたならきっとできる。絶対に自分を証明できると。言葉の一つ一つが熱い黄金のように輝かしくて温かいの。その言葉を全部抱きしめたいくらい。こんなにもたくさんの声が。
I just like the music. The music's just really good.
先輩、もし先輩だったら
Or it's like catchy. Also, sorry, I don't know when I was talking, my voice just did some weird things.
そっか、心の声。そんな選択肢考えたことなかったよ。
でも答えを無理に出す必要はない。
答えを出さないならどうすれば。
ただ動くことも大切だよ。
Yes, just do it. Don't think, just do it. Literally me all the time. I don't think. I just unga bunga. Sometimes.
緊急事態よ、漂白者さん。学生が何人か裏学園に閉じ込められてしまったみたい。位置情報を送っておいたわ。
フラクトシベスが動いたらしい。急がないと。
私も行きたい。
分かった。行こう。
Alright, let's move our bottoms. Let's maybe go kick some butt and not get our butts kicked, hopefully.
「来たわね、漂白者さん。それとシグリカさんも。
ルシラー教授。
自分を証明したい気持ちは理解するわ。でもそんな状態で同行は許可できない。知ってると思うけれど、この先はとても危険よ。敵は影に潜んでいる。例の残像の弱点すらつかめてないわ。
いえ、教授。それでも同行させてほしいんです。心配してくれてるのは分かってます。でもこの中で裏学園を一番知ってるのは私です。学生が閉じ込められているのに見て見ぬふりはできません。ルーンの解読が必要ならきっと役に立てるはずです。何かを証明したいわけじゃありません。私は本心でこうするべきだと思ってるんです。
この学生たちの信号が同時に裏学園に消えたわ。
チサ、彼女も中にいるの？
No,
アイリアちゃんも。どう
Arnold,
して彼女が。
事故当時、2人は寮のロビーにいたはず。
No,
誰か1人が謎を起
not
動
our
した結果、
girl.
全員が裏学
God
園に吸い
dang.
込まれた
I'm
ので
pretty
しょ
sure
う。
she's fine. She can kick butt. She's been
現
stuck in
在
a
モー
weird
ニーが
dimension for
裏
a
学
long
園の様子を
time.
監視しているわ。
Back
同
at
時に
Black
閉じ
Doors,
込め
so
ら
I'm
れた
pretty sure
学生
she'll
の
be
位置を
fine.
探
But
知している
still,
ところよ。
curse you.
それと、ここでこれを見つけたわ。
More pictures? Okay, this picture actually isn't too hard for me to look at. It's actually pretty decently okay. More words. Me zooming into a blurry picture does not help me all too much, but I generally can kind of see what's going on.
またルーンと関係してる謎。
Oh, there we go. Now we can see it
日
better.
の光の祝福を受けよう。どういう意味なの？
私たちの成人式の絵だよ。ロイ人はみんな一族の期待に応えられるようになったらドライブのところに行って刻印を受けなくちゃいけないの。ドライブは私たちの体に刻印を残して新たな門出を祝福してくれるんだ。見て、これが日の光の刻印。そうだよ。みんなより3年も早く成人したの。すごいでしょ。
ロイ人は才能と力を重要視しているの。だから刻印試練を通
Damn.
過すれば
Hit
成人
already
で
an
きるわ。
adult.
ロイ人たちにとって
Three.
それく
Wait,
ら
did
い
she say
大事
3
な儀式
months?
なの
3
よ。
months? 3 years in advance? But still.
はい今も覚えて
Regardless,
ます
damn.
刻印を受け
We
る前の日は
speed running
興奮し
life
すぎ
here
て
or
全
some
然眠
some
れませ
shit.
んでしたもうすぐ成人するんだ成人したら何でもできるようになるのかな全部うまくいくのかななんてことを考えてましたねこの絵に描かれた女の子もそんな風に思ってるのかなでもどう見ても彼女が受けてるのは祝福じゃなくて加勢この謎を出した人は何を伝えようとしてるんだろう
裏も見てみましょう。
Alright, let me read.
やはり裏にも文字がある。
何も考えず見なくていい感情から逃れたくば期待という枷を破るのだ
期待という枷は絵の内容と一致してるね。裏学園の入り口はこの絵に書いてあるルーンと関係してるはず。シグリカ、このルーンを見つけて解読してもらえない？
任せて
それじゃあすぐ裏学園に潜入してみんなを連れ戻そう。
待ちなさい。
ルシラ教授私
そこまで行きたいのならもう止めないわ。ただしこれを持っていくこと。
これは彼女のレコード。
保険よ。いざという時はこれを奏でれば時空を超えた歌姫が水色のエコーをもたらしてくれるはずよ。ええ、そうね。一方的な感情に追いつかれないように。何があっても必ず無事に帰ってくるのよ。
Okay, I think we should leave it here actually, because then in terms of dialogue and stuff, this is a good place to pause. Okay, so we'll leave it here and then we'll come back to this on Tuesday and then we'll watch Ashvale's trailer because his thing comes out on Tuesday. So we'll be watching it on we'll be playing it on Wednesday, but I'd rather watch it now so then I don't forget about it. Okay, let me just turn the game volume, turn the background music on for you guys for a minute. Turn this off. Gotta make sure that this is on. Okay, and then make sure this is here. Okay. Turn this on. Okay. Let me just quickly close my WUA so then I'm not having like 5 bajillion things open on my tabs, because I swear having this many tabs open I will lose track and then I will accidentally close the wrong tab or something. Excuse me, or something like that. So I'm just very bad at this. Okay, we're gonna watch the funny trailer and then I'll have a few more things to talk about, and then we'll be done for this week. Man, this week came by fast. All right, let's go.
Welcome to the Pass on the Happiness game. This program is sponsored by Full Wish TV. Please read the rules carefully.
The girl across from you is your target.
Eliminated players will face true death.
Quite the bag of tricks.
Now everyone, please close your eyes.
I'll play along then.
Hunter, open your eyes.
Oh my god.
What a lively night. All these villagers with their eyes wide open. Lucky for you, I'm not a hunter.
You just get metal music. Oh my god.
Fellow beasts then? Let's fight to the death.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll talk about my thoughts later. I'm so intense. I wish that was me.
Careful.
Oh, that part. Yep, that's me. That's how I feel, man.
Assignment complete. And now, it's time to devour the prey.
Oh my god.
After all, you cheated first. So don't blame me.
Oh my god, the Star Rail logo. That's very good. Can I just say, that was kind of funny because the game that they were playing was Werewolf. So I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny that he was playing Werewolf in Star Rails, but that was kind of cool. I love the transition to his artwork there. Let's see if I can get the image here again. 'Cause I thought it was really cool. I'm just gonna mute so I can kind of scroll through this a bit. Where is it? It's right here. Hold on a minute, let me scroll back. I love this, how it transitioned into this, from like the hands slowly like going around him. I really like this. It's so cool. I was gonna say technically like all the transitions for all the Galaxy Rangers are really cool. So I was like, oh cool. Which then also this is very interesting because there's a bunch of eyes everywhere. Which, like I said, a lot of people have been hinting about the fact that he might have a curse or have to do with something to deal with veracity. So it's kind of interesting that they have all the eyes underneath his jacket cape. And then like later on, after this part, you have him, you know, right here, this part. You have all the mouths coming out the wall, and even like when you have the continuation part where like he's chasing all the other other people, there's just mouths everywhere going crazy and chasing everybody. So that's kind of interesting because both the eyes and, to be honest, the mouths, which is in relation to his cool abilities, because that's also in his attack animation and even in his ult. The alt is kind of more similar to the end part of this trailer where it's in the sky and then you just have a bunch of mouths open really big, really wide there. So lots of people are saying because of these kind of like things in relation to his ability, but also very symbolically, maybe he has something to do with veracity, because veracity is, especially the mouths, because veracity is kind of like that person that's kind of sitting on like a chair with a bunch of like kind of like snake mouths. So you got the snake mouths right there. And then the person that's actually sitting on the chair has like a bunch of eyes. So you got the eyes with his cape and all that stuff. So it's very interesting. Some people are saying that it's more so a curse because of his hand, less so than maybe perhaps he is of that path. But that's still nonetheless kind of interesting to see what might he have done to warrant that. Also that scene with the girl when he saves the girl and then she does a little heart and I'm just like, yep, that is me. I wish I was you. I wish we could swap places right there. But this is a really good trailer. I really like it. I think it kind of like shows us a little bit of his character, but still hints at him being kind of a bit mysterious just because we don't know too much about him right now still in the story. So I'm excited for this update so we get to learn more about him. What else? Oh yeah, I didn't expect for them to go full on like metal music on Asheville there. We have like heavy hard metal music for Asheville, both for like Rappa and like Boot Hill. We have like, I don't remember what it was. I remember having Boot Hill's music for his trailer was really good. I just don't know what genre it's in. And the Rappa's was pretty good too. I think Rappa's was more like pop related. But yeah, like all the music for Galaxy Rangers for their trailers are also really good too. So it's great. I would love to see someone grab all the Galaxy Rangers and their musics together, and then all the like cut in sections where it has them posing with their names in the trailer all put together. That would be kind of interesting to see them all together. So yeah, I really like this. The trailer was really good. I really like it. Thumbs up. I mean, like a lot of like the Star Rail trailers are usually really good, so I'm not surprised that this is really good. But I want to see the comments because I'm interested. Didn't expect Asheville to have literal metal music. Yes. That hurt. I understand you felt that too. I think a lot of people are just saying metal music. Uh, yeah, it's mostly just the metal music and then just Asheville being cool. But that's about it. Yeah, so that's fun. We all just agree this is good trailer and people did a good job, which is good. I like. Nice, short and sweet, but to the point, and it's really good. Which I think it's really interesting for the what's that called? For the Galaxy Rangers? Because like I don't remember Rappa's trailer all too well, but I remember Boot Hills, which is like him kind of just doing a bunch of shit on one of the IPC planes. And then you obviously get the cameos of like Topaz, Jade, and Aventurine there. But it's like very to like his thing that he does. It's very focused in on like kind of one thing in terms of like showing him off in his trailer. Same thing here with Ashvale, kind of him participating in this game of werewolf because it's like kind of like he's trying to solve a mystery, kind of detective stuff, and then stuff unfolds, and then he does his shtick. I believe Rappas is something kind of similar, kind of showing off her, I guess her what's it called? I guess her, I don't remember what she calls it specifically, but how she calls everyone like specific names about like ninjas and stuff like that, and her kind of thing with that. So I think it's very interesting how all the Galaxy Rangers, all their like trailers are very focused in on kind of their very I guess specialty, if you want to call it that, or their very specific thing, compared to other characters where it's more so kind of more open about the characters themselves, if it's focused on them more so, or other things in relation to them. So I think it's kind of interesting how those are more focused on that. So it's interesting. It's great. I like it. So yeah, I'm just excited for Star Rail to come out and also for Triple Z. But Triple Z is like I think it's just gonna be more pain in the butt for future updates after this update. Because at least for this update, it seems like for Triple Z, it's not too bad. We're just, kind of doing some fun kind of jazz and kind of learning more about the Snake Girl that came last update with the Angels of Delusion. So we're just learning more about her. It seems like in this fun tournament type thing. But definitely the trailer we watched before about the 3 packs and about tops and all that future stuff definitely does not give me hope that I won't have a crash out the next couple of updates after this update. So I guess I'll just have to see what happens, and hopefully nothing too bad happens with that. But we'll figure things out. I'm also kind of interested to see what they're kind of doing with Ashvale kind of stuff. Like we did watch the trailer for Star Rail and stuff like that, and it's very focused on Ashvale and some of the, plot progressing stuff. But I'm interested to kind of see like how in depth we're gonna go with him, just because like I said, he's still very much of a mysterious kind of character. We don't know too much about him. So I'm interested to see how in depth we kind of go with this character. Do we get to learn some more kind of like deeper things about him? I don't know if they might insert the backstory. They might insert the backstory in there. They just kind of throw me in there in the deep end, and then I'm just like, great, that's fun. But also, if it's sad, then I'm just gonna have not such a fun time. And then you guys get to hear me be weepy and sad. If it's sad, because it's most likely sad because this is Star Rail. So I'm interested to see what they do with that stuff, and yeah. Have you heard about the Aventurine rumors? Yes, I have heard about that. I hope I hope, just because it gives me an excuse to bring back the boys and to make them relevant to talk about them. I mean, the fact that like that they're making, you know, like Silverwolf and Blade get a new you know, version of them, kind of like how Dan Heng has, you know, 4-star Dan Heng and Bibner, and then we have I don't remember what the one Fran Forest is called, but you know, we have a bunch of that. And then even for March, we, you know, have her as Imaginary, and then, you know, we even have Evernight now. So, you know, the fact that they're doing it for Silverwolf and for Blade, bringing them back and kind of stuff, and, you know, changing it up for them and kind of bringing them back to kind of in terms of, you know, playable characters and kind of, you know, using them more. Obviously, like, not to say that people don't use them, but out of, like, you know, all the characters that we have as options to play, you know, maybe they're not used as much compared to before when we had lesser characters, or less, sorry, not lesser, less characters. So definitely, it's nice, especially for me. I get to have an excuse to bring back Blade because the Lords, my favorite, my first guy, my favorite guy, which is very funny because my only problem with his is his obsession about dying, which is very funny later on when Maide also becomes one of my favorite characters, and his not obsession with death. He just has a cool, I just live, even though you stab me like 10 times. So yeah, it's interesting. Two characters I love a lot in terms of more recent character, and my first five like SSR 5-star character. It's like they have the relation of death, but like they see it very differently, and their reason for it. And I'm like, very great. This is fun. This is my life, I guess. They're gonna trauma dump on us. They are 100% gonna trauma dump us, Winter. That's 100%. Considering, like, it worked very effectively on me during Penacony the first time. You know, when I was like, initially, I was like, Venturine, you're an asshole. I don't like you. And then literally later on, they're like, let's trauma dump his backstory on you. And I said, wow, this is so effective on me. What the frick? And then proceeding afterwards, I love this man. I literally pulled him. And he also made me spend my entire savings of Jade just for me to pull him too. Literally making me gamble. Thanks, man. That's the only time I ever had to spend like all my stuff on him to gamble away. Like, I've never spent my entire saving to pull for someone. But that was the last and first time, so there's that. And then Amphorius jumped up and bumped itself up and said, let's trauma dump on you for every single person, and even more for the overall plot. Have fun. And I said, why would you do this? Why? You did it once for one character, and like some other characters too in Penacony 2 as well. And then, like, the one that just affected me most was for Aventurine. And then they did it for like Amphorus, and they said, here, let me trauma dump you multiple times with all these new characters, by the way, at some point. So have fun. And then also for the plot overall. So also have fun with that. You're not going to be able to run away from me. And I said, you, whoever wrote this, you made me feel invested, which is great, but also why do you keep trauma dumping on me? And then I'm just waiting now to see for Planet Arcadia how trauma dumped am I gonna get. So very fun. Aventurine is still decently used. No, he is decently still used. Like, I use like I said, I don't remember what the name is. It's escaping me, but like the version of Don Hong for Amphorius, I use him mostly just because he's just better with some of my Amphorius teams. But nonetheless, when I use like some of my older teams that I still play outside of main story content, I still use Aventurine. Like, he's still good. Considering that, like, sometimes I pull out random ratio team for outside content and stuff like that, which, you know, that's always fun. So like I always pull that stuff out, or even like for Simulated Universe, or for other stuff, for like Mirror, or for other kind of like outside content, like I said, outside of story. I pull out, you know, some random teams sometimes, or pull out some old teams that I use, like other than like more current teams and stuff like that, or teams I'm using right now. So I still pull them out. But yeah, he's still good, and he kicking butt still. Yeah, and Forest was just a whole sad epic. Yeah. Um, yeah, it did help. It's like literally, at least for Panaconia at the beginning, up until like until they like hit you with the adventuring backstory, for me at least, I was like, it's fine, it's okay. Even with the plot, it was like it was just still kind of getting into it, and then by that point, when you have adventuring, you kind of get into his backstory, and then you have like Acheron there, kind of do her big shabam final move on him. And then after that part, for Patagonia at least, it picks up. Like even the plot kind of picks up from there and stuff like that. I'm also still sad about Gallagher, but like that's a whole other story. But my favorite, I still have a favorite cutscene, is when we get the funny hat and we get our new path, which is like later on, but that was like one of the cutscenes I liked. And Patagonia. Also, when Adventuring is in the void, that weird void for Acheron, and then he says goodbye to his younger self. That also hit me hard, but that's also a different thing. But yeah, like Forrest just said, we don't wait until the middle section for it to pick up after something sad, like sad backstory. We literally said, let's just ramp it up real fast. Let's ramp it up. Like, considering like we get there, we already have like a bad accident, which hinted at later on, closer to the end, that was really bad. And then we kind of like get right into it. Like we meet Fight On, you know, we get into the city, we meet Might A, and then we kind of get into the plot already. And get right into it. Like we literally like that first couple of updates is like, you know, dealing with Nigador and all that stuff, and kind of just getting into the plot really, and kind of getting into the characters like really quick. They're like picked it up real fast for Forest. But I mean, like, considering the fact of where it was already in terms of like the story, how they started us off for Forest, there were already problems and issues and stuff like that, and blah blah blah, which we didn't know about what was actually going on until way later on. All you people are just basically data on a freaking ass computer as I scream and punch a wall. Like us! It's all your fault! I hated this man from the beginning, when he told us stuff, when he's like, here, by the way, this is what's actually going on, till like the very end. God dang it, this guy. You're not helping me. I used him in my ST team. Oh god, I forgot her name, and I was actually looking forward to her. I can't help you, Winter, with this one unless you try to describe this person you can't remember the name for, because I got nothing. Then cliffhangers, bro. Oh yeah, there was tons of cliffhangers. Oh my god. I think the cliffhanger the most that I hated was when I think where was I? Names of people. Why can't I not remember names? Wrong pink hair character. Wrong name for them. I'm thinking about still Wuwa, so I'm thinking about Amith, and I'm like, this is the wrong game. Wrong, wrong game. Wrong name for a pink hair character. It's like, this is the wrong person. I can't remember her name right now because it's escaping me, and it's really late, so my brain is really jumbled up. But I believe it's when just before we kind of get into figuring out that that Finon's been through lots and lots of cycles. Just before that kind of stuff happens, when we kind of get through that loop that we're on current, like in that current timeline where everyone's dying, and then we get to the end, and then Finon gets the fountain, and then Lygus is like talking to him, and then the camera literally pans around to a literally dead person, which is our resident pink hair girl. And then I'm just like crashing out because I'm like, you're supposed to be fucking ass dead. What are you doing here, people? What are you doing? And then obviously later on from that scene, we kind of get, you know, told more stuff about the loops and about her and about Finon and stuff like that. But before then, I was just like, what the frick? What are you doing here? I think I made a clip out of that because like I was just like not having a good time. I literally and I think that was like the one of the biggest crash outs I had, I think, in during Amphorius. Because I had many. I had many crash outs for many reasons. I was very emotional during the entire thing. In general, I'm just a very emotional person when it comes to things that I like, and if you can write things and pull and push on the right buttons on me, you can get lots of emotions and reactions out of me, especially if it's something that I like or I get into and I really like it. You can tell when I talk about things a lot, or you can tell in my voice when I talk about these things if I like these things a lot or not. So yeah, so Pangodi started that trail, and then now Amphorius like hit it on overdrive, and then I'm waiting for Planet Arcadia to like chuck it off a cliff, and then I'm just like, yep, I'm not gonna have the best time. So who knows? Considering I kind of had a little bit of a not okay, not okay time, but like in terms of story was good, but for me emotionally was not okay. Excuse me. I guess we had to deal with the whole Sparksy thing, and stuff like that. But other than that, I think it was pretty okay because it was mostly the introductory. We're just kind of getting to Planet Arcadia, and then we were introduced to all the characters and all the people that are going to be in the plot, kind of, except for some people. So really, honestly, it's mostly just the Sparksy thing that I was just like, I don't really want to deal with this bullshit. But other than that, I think the rest of it was good. And then I guess the only thing that I was just like kind of interested in that we kind of touched on in that last update, I think initially for 4.0 for Planet Arcadia was about like the whole murder kind of thing that was happening when Himiko was there. So I'm kind of interested kind of to delve into that a little bit more just because that person, you know, participated in the games and then they decided, you know, we're going to commit mass murder to, as our thing, then we're going to kind of do a big show about, which I'm just like, great. Why are we just killing people just to do something? And killed off a bunch of people. And then, the conversation that they kind of had at the end of, who are you? You are the imposter. And the other person says the exact same thing, in which then I say, are you both the imposters, or like what shit's going on here? So I'm kind of interested to see where that kind of goes and what's up with that. Because I feel like Himiko is going to be quite relevant in the plot, and to kind of delve into her a little bit more, just because like up until now she's kind of been like this general kind of person that's just been looking out for the trio of the kiddos, and kind of working with Well to deal with stuff and all that fun jazz. But I'm interested to see kind of to delve into her character a little bit more. So yeah, I see the lurking app. We're not gonna probably stay much longer. I'm just gonna do a couple reminders and updates, and then we're probably gonna call it for today. Just because I'm getting a bit tired from this week. I think it's kind of catching up on me. So next week, like I said, we're gonna continue playing Wuwa on Tuesday. I think we should be able to finish it, and if not, that's fine. We'll just go back to it later. And then on Wednesday, we'll start playing either Star Rail or Triple Z. I don't think anyone here cares specifically because we're going to have to get to both of them at some point. I might just start with Star Rail just because I'm more inclined to start off with that because my guy, he is in the update. So I might start off with Star Rail that week, and then kind of next week we continue on if we need to, and then kind of slowly add in Triple Z, and then if we need more time in April, at the beginning of April, then we'll do that. And then we should have a bit of a break at the beginning of April before we kind of jump back into it at the end of April when they start updating all the gacha games again. Other than maybe like reverse, because no, not even reverse, we just recently had an update for it, so never mind, forget I said that. So in that meantime, while we're taking a bit of a break, we might focus on FGO. Whether or not we play another like game other than FGO, because we did finish Chrono Trigger, that is still to be decided. I think I'm gonna see how much we get done in the next couple weeks in terms of our gacha game updates, and then I'll kind of see if I want to start stuff or if we kind of just want to focus in on FGO and kind of do that stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, that's generally the plan for the next couple of weeks, is just to focus on the gacha game updates, and other than that, nothing too new and nothing too much. So if you guys are interested in watching me play that kind of stuff, then come join us next week. If not, then we'll get to some other things later on. But I think that's pretty much it for the next couple weeks and stuff like that. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else important. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's it for today. I'm so far interested in Wuwa for the plot and the story, and progression in relation to, like I said, the last update. In terms of the character themselves, like as Sabrina, I'm kind of like, other than her, kind of, I relate to you because you're like a very me character, because you know you do things and react to things very much like me. Like, other than that, I don't really care for her all too much. I'm kind of just like whatever. But yeah, but in terms of like the overall story and new knowledge we're getting for the plot, I'm good. So yeah. So yeah, that's it for me today. Sorry, this is kind of like a weird abrupt ending. I don't know how to close it off today. I'm kind of a little bit like kind of out of it. But yeah. But thank you to Cillian, Nobu, who was here earlier, Winter, App, who just showed up, and anyone else. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys come back on Tuesday to watch me finish or continue on playing Wuwa, and then us starting Star Rail and Triple Z next week. So I'm excited for that. And yeah. So have a good weekend, you guys. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next week. And if not, I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.